The show that gets you ready for the week of football that lies ahead has returned to a social media near you. Good afternoon, welcome to it. This is the delayed broadcast of all things football. Apologies in advance. We have a power cut problem that's making it difficult for work to be done. My name is Apiwe Roto. This is all things football. This is a penultimate episode before we tap into the international break, which is to take place from the 11th of November to the 17th of November onwards. Big things happening, exciting times for football as in the world. Which coach got fired, which coach has been appointed. There's been coaching changes. There's coaching changes that have taken place. While Kaiser Chiefs and Sundowns renew their rivalry, redemption versus league form into the cup. Who will reign supreme. A big news making headlines in the world of football. Remember to comment at the bottom, like and subscribe if you take a like into the episode. While you're at it, ring the bell for notifications of the episodes which premieres for each new episode, which premieres every Saturday at lunch hour. On to our first story, making headlines in the world of football in the last week. Premier League side have sacked uh, Meg, manager and Eric Ten Hag after a string of poor results, leaving Ruud van Nistelrooy take over as the on an interim basis. The club statement read, "We're grateful to Eric for everything he's done during his time with us, and wish him well for the future." It went on to add that his replacement, Van Nistelrooy, will be supported by the current coaching team as the side searches for a new permanent coach. The decision comes after the Red Devils part lost 2-1 away to West Ham United at the London Stadium on Sunday afternoon, suffering their fourth loss of the season. Now Ten Hag took over the Dutch tactician, took over in April 2022, leading the club to a Carabao Cup triumph and Manchester FA Cup win, which they won over neighbours Manchester City. However, the side finished has recorded their worst Premier League finish last season, ending the campaign in eighth position on the tip, winning having won 18 matches and losing 14 of them in 38 encounters. The Red Devils have made an underwhelming start and currently lie 14th on the table after 9 matches. On to our next story. We talk Mozambique Stadium, which is expected to undergo an upgrade. A major up will undergo an upgrade 15 years after the stadium opened prior for the open for the 2010 FIFA World Cup, where it hosted some matches. According to Mayor Cyril Klaba, a budget of 236 million rand was approved by the council. If you can just look on to the story, the 236 million rand improvements have been approved by the council. The mayor made this in a now the stadium that is deemed as the capital of cup finals stated that some of the upgrades include enhanced viewing of the viewing platform of with a 60% larger floor area and a cantilevered glass floor for an A-walk experience. Moreover, the 60,000 seater will have the option for color themed lighting to add the experience when hosting events, and we have no doubt that these upgrades will only guarantee the commercial viability of the stadium, but they will also improve the safety of residents and visitors, he said, according to Business Tech. This is in line with our vision of building a resilient infrastructure. Uh, the a resilient infrastructure that is aligned with evolving technology advancement. He goes on to say, we want to assure that all our stakeholders that the venue is structurally sound and will continue to host major events while repairs are ongoing, which has been approved by certified engineers, the mayor added. The upgrades are expected to be ready for the 2020 for the 2025 festive season. Orlando Pirates lost won their last MTN 8 final earlier a month ago. And of the seven MTN 8 finals in total that the Bucks have played, six of them were held at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. Or onto our other story, CAF president, we talk CAF. CAF president Dr. Patrice Motsepe has received backing from different African football associations for a second term as president of the football's governing body, following namely Southern African football, with countries like Botswana, Eswatini, and Malawi also joining the party. SAFA President Danny Jordan also held a press conference at the SAFA Media House to let people know that that Dr. Petrus Mutsepa will be running for president. And if we can just find the story, we seem to be struggling to find the story. Well, the story is right here. Called an urgent press conference at Safa House, where media members of the media were addressed to the latest developments. And here, along the leaders of football associations on the continent have confirmed their endorsement of Dr. Matsipa for another term in CAF's highest office. Other influential leaders include Zambia, Botswana, Malawi, and Eswatini. It was confirmed that Dr. Matsipe has agreed to stand for presidency. In a statement made by CAF, it says, following requests from numerous CAF members, association presidents, zonal union presidents, and key stakeholders, the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, has finally agreed to stand as a candidate at the CAF presidential elections scheduled for March 2025. Now, Dr. Patrice Motsepe was elected as president during the 43rd CAF's annual General Assembly in Morocco in March 2021. All the best to Dr. Petrus Motsepe. We are proud of the work he's done for the Confederation since taking over. Moving on to our other story, we talk Kaiser Chiefs, who are expected to play on the move with regards to their home matches. As confirmed, matches against Chippa United and the game against Chippa United, which is to take place on the 29th of December, is to be hosted at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. While let's give you a full list of the fixtures of you can expect on the move. Two games are to be played at the Peter Mokaba Stadium, while three will be played at the Moses Mabhida Stadium, nine at the FNB Stadium. Matches to be played at the Peter Mokaba Stadium include the game on the 27th of November against Richards Bay. Another game that's to take place at the Peter Mokaba Stadium is the one against TS Galaxy. And of course, the while three games will be played at the Moses Mabhida Stadium, namely Chippa United, Golden Arrows, Skukune United, and Skukune United. While the nine games to take place at Soccer City were Royal AM on the 30th of November, Stellenbosch FC on the 8th of January, Skukune Amazulu on the 4th of February, Supersport United on the 18th, of course, Magesi on the 4th of March. 12th May, they welcome Cape Town City, while on Merrimack Gallants will travel to Kaiser Chiefs at the FNB Stadium on the 26th of April. Soweto Derby will be played on the 3rd of May, the return leg, with the first leg expected to take place on the 1st of February. Before concluding with Polokwane City at the FNB Stadium. Speaking of Kaiser Chiefs, head coach Nasruddin Nabi has made a statement. saying that the club need to be realistic with regards to what they want, regards to their expectations and their targets. The Tunisian tactician was speaking through his assistant in Cedric Kazi during a press conference where he acknowledged that as much as the Amakosi faithful want to win the trophies and end the trophy drought, now Kai Chiefs are currently without a trophies, having lost one a trophy under the first Stuart Baxter era, which was in 2015 when they won a league and cup double before falling short the following season in two cup finals in the MTN 8 and the Telkom knockout. Then, in a statement, he went on. He says, "We know there are expectations from our supporters and the team as a whole about winning or fighting for the league and trophies, and that's understandable. And last season was the worst, where they finished 10th position. Was the worst as the team finished in position 10." He said to the media. He goes on to say, "But we have to be honest. As much as I am a winner at heart and want to win every game." And want to win every game. This year we are going to transition and we are going in through transition and building the team. So that's what our main focus will be. But that doesn't mean we won't fight to win things. We will not fight to that. That does not mean we won't fight to win things. If the chance is there to win a trophy, we will take it with, but the expectation should not be too high. The former younger coach added that while the young players are in the team are doing well, they still need to sign experienced players to work with them. Yes, if you look in Fundo Vilagazi, Wandele Dube, and even Kozimpile and Ngcobo, they are all good and they are doing well, but we need experienced players to beef up the team. Although we're looking at bringing experienced players, it doesn't mean we are going to sideline the other players. We just want to add some players and boost the team. Kaizer Chiefs take on Sundowns at the FNB Stadium in a sold-out affair. I'm going to make a request again to my fellow soccer fanatics to please get there on time to avoid further delay due to safety purposes, so that we can get the game underway on time and prevent any inconveniences from happening. Onto our story, we're talking a player found himself on the wrong player was find himself on the wrong side of the law, namely a player who was involved in a car accident which claimed the life of a 9-year-old girl, while a 13-year-old girl was in a collision between. This happened after an accident took place in Tembisa involving a BMW and a Hyundai. The player in question is Sean Mukhaila, who appeared in court yesterday and was released on a 20,000 rand bail after he was involved in an accident which took place on Wednesday morning between a Hyundai and a BMW. The accident claimed the life of a 9-year-old girl, while a 13-year-old girl, along with the woman in the car, are currently in hospital being treated for their injuries. The accident, in a statement the statement is chief specialist in media relations, Weli Dlamini, stated that yes, I can. The Skukune United chief specialist in media relations and spokesperson in a Guleni Metropolitan Municipality, rather, confirmed to the the media that yes, I had confirmed there was an accident which had a fatality. It happened in Tembisa, involving two vehicles. One vehicle was driven by a 29-year-old male, while the other was driven by a lady who was taking two kids to school. He stated. Meanwhile, a ranking police source has confirmed that the footballer was in action for his team. Was in action for his team in a game out of Gauteng last night, has handed himself over to the police. What I can tell you is that we attended to the scene of the accident as the Metro Police, that is expected. When an accident happens, we rush to the scene, but we would not know the identity of the chap who was involved. The chap has been identified. A case of culpable homicide has been opened. He was released. He appeared in court yesterday afternoon and was released on 20,000 rand bail. Hopefully, we are going to use this as a lesson and promote fight the fight against drugs and alcohol and football and and preach road safety. I hope Safa will take note and educate soccer players and the football fraternity at large about road safety and the dangers of using drugs and alcohol. On to our next story. New Just when you thought Man United rather have appointed a new coach, and Ruben Amorim, the Portuguese tactician, takes over from Ten Hag, who was relieved of his duties following a string of poor results. And was confirmed as the new boss after the Red Devils went for his release clause and his deal with Sporting Lisbon, where he has a 100% record after 9 matches, having won 9 games out of 9, yet to taste defeat. Triggered a clause. Now the Red Devils triggered a clause which was 8.3 million euros, roughly 190 million rand in South African rands. Meaning Amorim will stay at Sporting for the next 3 games, which include league matches against Estrela de Amado, SC Braga, before meeting United's neighbours and English champions in Manchester City, meaning that he will only take over United as they play when they play Ipswich Town at the after the international break. Now, the 39-year-old signed a contract with the English Giants after they triggered the clause. As part of the deal, he will remain at the side, and his last game will be on the 5th of November. Will join Manchester United on the 11th before playing his first game on the 24th of November. According to a newspaper, the Sporting demanded a £5 million, euros rather, and which is 96.2 million for Amarin's immediate release. But United are said to be only willing to pay an extra 1 million euros, which is 19.2 million rand, on top of his release clause to get their boss Amorim earlier. Amorim will arrive at Man United, having tasted some success in recent years, winning the Portuguese League twice with Sporting, the Portuguese Cup, the Portuguese League Cup, once with with Braga and twice with Sporting Lisbon. This far in his career. Now let's have a look at the man in question. Now we talk of Ruben Amorim, born Ruben Felipe Marques Amorim, who was born in Lisbon, Portugal. Played as a central midfielder in his day. Played for Belenenses, Benfica, and Braga, where he went on loan, and Al Wakri before hanging his boots. Let's have a look. As a coach, he coached Casapia, the B side of Braga, before coaching Braga, the senior team. Another team that is coached is before moving on to Sporting Lisbon, where he achieved some success. Let's have a look at the records with regards to the player to the coach in question. Let's have a look at his stats as a coach. If we can just go onto the stats as a manager. And just look onto the stats as a manager as under Casapia. Now his stay at Casapia was brief, having overall total matches as a coach, 257 matches, 83 wins, 37 draws, and 37 losses. His sides have scored 573 goals, 200 only and considered 219. As far as the Premier League, as far as the Sporting is concerned this season, as far as Sporting is concerned, where he took over from 2020, he played 229 fixtures, from which he won 162, drawing 34 and losing 33. His side has scored 502 goals rather, and conceded 196. Here's what you can Now, Amarim is known for his communication skills and tactical knowledge and his flexibility, with a positive and laid back conciliatory and outlook. He's a coach's coach as it is deemed, and he refrains from engaging in discussions about referees with the media. But he is transparent. He holds no punches. He is straightforward, as it is said. He's not one for interviews. He doesn't. He's not a man of many words outside of his contracted duties, and always credits his players for his achievements rather than talking about his own credentials. He is a player's player. The coach now coaches or players will want to play for him. Is this gonna be? Is Can he bring United back to the promised land? It remains to be seen. On to our next on to Now with the stories out of the way, on to our results. Battery Premiership, from the 26th of October, we saw Royal AM for play win getting their first win with the help of Mutabeng Sera and Ayanda Gianni by 2 goals to nil. Moroma Gallants and TS Galaxy could not be separated, playing to a 1-0 draw. Moroma Gallants finishing that game with 10 men after Edgar Manaka was sent off. Richards Bay and Stellenbosch also could not be separate, playing to a goalless stalemate. Tashrik Morris, got one over Kaiser Chiefs. The Super Sport won by an odd goal against Kaiser Chiefs. Chippa United winning against Golden Arrows by 2 goals to nil. Sunday, we saw Bulelani Nigane getting one over Sundowns. Bulugwane City handed Sundowns their first defeat by an odd goal, while City and Magesi could not be separated, playing to a goalless stalemate. And to our next on to Tuesday midweek fixtures, we saw goals from Talent Mbata and Relebohele Mofokeng giving Pirates 2-0 to keep them on a 100% record. Amazulu getting 2-0 goals from Pole Extien and Tsalimpilo Ngema gave Amazulu a 2-0 win over Chippa United, whilst Kukune also won by 2 goals to nil over Richards Bay. Kyle Chiefs came back from 2 goals down with the help of Mduduzi Shabalala and with a brace from Mduduzi Shabalala to cancel lead goals by Wonderboy Makubu, and of course a former player Edmore Chiramadere, while brace from Peter Shalulile and one from Akron Rainers gave Mamelodi Sundowns a win by 3 goals to nil against Cape Town City. Chipper Golden Arrows and Super Sport United could not be separated, playing to a goalless draw, while Polokwane City got one over Royal AM by that odd goal. Stellenbosch FC and got one through Tabo Molaisane over Marumo Gallants, winning by an odd goal, 1 goal to nil on Thursday. English Premiership results last week. Premier League results. We saw Man United with the help of Erling Haaland, who's in his hundreds, winning by an odd goal against Southampton. Brighton and Wolves could not be separated, playing to a 2-2 draw. Brentford and Ipswich Town. Brentford too strong, winning in a tightly contested affair by 4 goals to 3. Aston Villa and Bournemouth could not be separated, playing to a 1-0 draw, while Everton and Fulham also played to a 1-0 draw. West Ham fell short, but too strong for Man United, beating them by 2 goals to 1 with a Jared Bourne penalty right at the death. Palace getting one over Tottenham through an odd goal, getting winning by 1 goal to nil. Goals from Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer were enough to cancel Alexander Isak's goal. Arsenal and Liverpool played to an entertaining 2-2 draw. Here's what you can expect as far as today's matches are concerned. First game of the day as Richards Bay taking on Cape Town City in the Carling Knockout quarterfinal. Kaiser Chiefs welcome Mamelodi Sundowns. Kickoff for that fixture is at 6 p.m. Tomorrow we see back-to-back fixtures, which kick off simultaneously. Marine Gallants taking on Stellenbosch FC, while TS Galaxy welcome Magesi FC, who shocked the nation and probably shocked themselves, beating Orlando Pirates in the round of 16. English Premier League fixtures, we see the first game, which kicks off in 15 minutes time. Newcastle welcome Arsenal at the St James's Park. Bournemouth welcome Manchester City in what should be a very interesting encounter at the Vitality Stadium. Liverpool take on Brighton, while Leicester City travel to the Tractor Boys at Ipswich Town. Nottingham Forest welcome West Ham. Southampton welcome Everton before we close off with Wolverhampton Wanderers taking on Crystal Palace. Tomorrow we see London. We travel to London where Aston Villa will take on Tottenham Hotspur, while the much anticipated blockbuster will see Chelsea travel to Manchester United. Monday Night Football closes off with Fulham welcoming Brentford in a London derby. Betway Premiership fixtures midweek, we see Orlando Pirates welcome Richards Bay. Well, on Wednesday, we see Stellenbosch take on TS Galaxy. Kick off for the fixtures after 7. Mamelodi Sundowns will welcome Polokwane City. On to UEFA Champions League match day 4. Day 1, we'll see PSV Eindhoven taking on Girona, while Slovan Bratislava will take on Dinamo Zagreb. Bologna take on Monaco, while Borussia Dortmund take on Sturm Graz. Celtic welcome RB Leipzig. Lille take on Juventus. And what should be interesting, we'll see Liverpool taking on Bayer Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso will play against his former employers, where he won the Champions League as a player. Real Madrid take on AC Milan, while Sporting Lisbon, aside they with these two teams last met in 1989 in the UEFA Champions League semi-final, where AC Milan emerged victorious, beating the beating beating Los Blancos by 5 goals to 0. Sporting Lisbon take on Manchester City. We close it off with Sporting Lisbon taking on Manchester City. Club Brugge match day 4, day 2 sees Club Brugge play Aston Villa, while Shakhtar Donetsk take on Young Boys. Barcelona travels to Venus Vesta, while Bayern Munich welcome Benfica. Feyenoord take on RB Leipzig. Inter Milan take on Arsenal. Feyenoord travel to RB Salzburg. Paris Saint-Germain travel to Atletico Madrid. Sparta Prague welcome Stade Brestois, while VfB Stuttgart take on Atalanta. And that's all we have time for on All Things Football. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you take a liking to the show. We're back again next week. Before we take a break on the international break, we take an international break. Next week, expect more regarding the Carling knockout semi-finals. We're going to tell you who faces who and who's likely to make it to the final on the 23rd of November. Remember to like the Facebook page, All Things Football. The Apiwe Roto Network is available for this episode, episode 11 of the season. That's all we have time for. Enjoy the show, enjoy the football. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We seem to have a power failure. For myself, my name is Apiwe Roto. This has been All Things Football. Let's give it a name and call it a day. Take care of yourselves and each other. Cheers.